Breaking news, rapper Rich Homie Quan has reportedly died at the age of 34. TMZ reports the platinum-selling rapper passed away at his home in Atlanta today. No word on a cause of death. Rich Homie Quan found success with songs like Type of Way and Flex, and worked with superstars like Young Thug, YG, and Gucci Mane. He is survived by his 4 sons.
The world of hip-hop has lost a powerful and irreplaceable voice. Rich Homie Quan, the Atlanta rap star who dominated the 2010s both as a solo artist and as part of the iconic Rich Gang, passed away on Thursday at the age of just 34. His death was confirmed by the Fulton County Medical Examiner and a family member, as reported by Rolling Stone, though the cause remains unknown. His legacy lives on through his 4 sons, left to carry the memory of a man whose talent shook the very foundations of modern rap. Born to Quantes Lamar, he first broke into the mainstream in 2013 with infectious hits like Type of Way and YG's anthem, My Nigga. Yet his rise began even earlier in the streets of Atlanta, as far back as 2008, with the underground hit Stay Down, featuring the Stack Money Boys. His journey was not without struggle. Lamar often spoke openly about the hardships he faced. At just 21, he found himself behind bars for 15 months in DeKalb County Jail, turning to the words of authors like James Patterson and Sandra Brown to escape the harsh reality of incarceration. It was there that his passion for crafting songs grew even stronger. After his release, Lamar wasted no time diving back into the grind, releasing a series of mixtapes with a message of relentless hustle. Starting with 2012's I Go In on Every Song, he followed up with tapes like Still Going In, Reloaded, I Promise I Will Never Stop Going In, and the emotional If You Ever Think I Will Stop Going, in Ask RR, named after his son. His hit Type of Way quickly went gold in 2013, drawing the attention of trap legends like Jeezy and Meek Mill, who couldn't resist remixing the track. He kept the momentum going with chart toppers like Walk Through and the viral sensation Flex, Ooh, 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 in 2015. When Birdman brought together Rich Gang, Lamar's star only rose higher, with standouts like Lifestyle alongside Young Thug, a partner in the creation of the unforgettable Rich Gang Tha Tour 1-minute mixtape in 2014. Throughout his career, Rich Homie Quan worked with some of the biggest names in rap, including Gucci Mane, Trinidad James, 2 Chainz, Migos, T.I., and Lil Uzi Vert. In 2018, he solidified his place in hip-hop history with the release of his debut studio album, Riches in Spirit, forever etching his name into the genre he helped define. Lamar, the eldest of 3 siblings, was more than just a rap icon. He was a son, a brother, and a dreamer. As Atlanta venue Masquerade remembers, he was deeply connected to his family. Growing up, he loved baseball, poetry, and the nostalgic TV show, Boy Meets World. His childhood was filled with these simple joys, shaping the man who would later captivate millions with his music. In a poignant moment, just a day before his tragic passing, Lamar was interviewed by a young reporter, Alana Story, who admitted to growing up listening to him. With a playful grin, Lamar laughed, "You make me feel old," before adding, "I get that a lot," giving her a warm hug as he thanked her. When asked about his future plans, his excitement for his craft was unmistakable. "We got a plethora of music," he said with a smile. He wanted more than just fleeting fame. He wanted his music to be truly appreciated. "The times we in, you play a song and that shit old in 2 days," he lamented. But he was passionate about his work. "When I get in the studio, I'm passionate about it. So I don't want to drop music on deaf ears. I want to have marketing. I want to cross my T's and dot my I's." While he was careful not to lock in a release date, he confidently said he'd drop new music before his birthday on October 4th. The sudden loss of Rich Homie Quan has left the hip-hop community reeling. On September 5th, news of his passing spread like wildfire, shocking fans and fellow artists alike. 2 Chainz, Quavo, Boosie Badazz, and many others shared their heartbreak over the loss of this Atlanta legend. His family, shattered and heartbroken, confirmed that Lamar passed away in his Atlanta home, though the cause remains unknown. Among the first to honor his memory were Jacquees and Boosie Badazz. Jacquees took to social media, writing, "Rest in peace, my brother Rich Homie Quan. I love you for life, Shuksha Rich Gang," alongside a photo of the two sharing a moment at a party. His caption was simple, yet it echoed the weight of the loss. Legend. The rap world is mourning, and the void left by Rich Homie Quan will be felt deeply by all those whose lives he touched. After the devastating news of Rich Homie Quan's passing, the hip-hop community rushed to social media to honor the fallen Atlanta rap star. Tributes poured in from all corners of the industry, each artist reflecting on their personal connection to Quan and the impact he had on their lives. 2 Chainz took to Instagram, sharing a carousel of photos, including one of Quan proudly displaying his chain with his rap name and throwing up the A sign, representing Atlanta, the city that raised him. Alongside the images, 2 Chainz wrote a heartfelt message. "Damn, lil' brother, we just spoke about shooting a video. Special prayer for you and your family, and pray for any and everybody that's dealing with something. My condolences, bro." The grief in his words was palpable, as if he was still grappling with the sudden loss of someone he had only just been in contact with. Boozy Badass, who had shared both music and memories with Rich Homie Quan on tracks like a Man and Be Alright, took to Twitter to express his sorrow. "Just talk to you, brah tip Quan, never go, forget your smile, and the way you talked, and of course your music," Boosie tweeted, holding on to the good memories they shared. "We got some good-ass memories together, and that go always bring a smile to my face. Rest of Quan, we was cooking up some shot too," he added in another post, mourning not just the loss of a friend, but also the music they were creating. Other artists, like Playboi Carti and Quavo, paid tribute by posting pictures and videos on their Instagram stories. Quavo's message carried a heavy weight. "May God be with us. Never saw this being a part of our journey," he wrote, sharing a picture of Migos and Rich Gang from their early days. The sense of shock and disbelief was clear. No one had imagined their paths would be separated so suddenly. Even those behind the scenes felt the loss deeply. Alex Tomei, an engineer who had worked closely with both Young Thug and Rich Homie Quan, shared his own memories on Twitter. "One of the nicest people I ever worked with and a true artist. Absolutely crushing news ripe," Tomei wrote, highlighting Quan's kindness and dedication to his craft. Tragically, Rich Homie Quan's name is now added to the growing list of rappers we've lost far too soon. This epidemic of untimely deaths has plagued the rap community for the past decade, claiming the lives of heavy hitters like Nipsey Hussle, Juice WRLD, Young Dolph, Pop Smoke, Mac Miller, PNB Rock, and XXXTentacion. Each name represents a powerful legacy, and now Quan's is among them. Another star gone too soon, leaving behind an irreplaceable void in the world of music. Nipsey Hussle, a revered rapper and community leader, met a heartbreaking end on March 31st, 2019, when he was gunned down outside his Marathon clothing store in South Los Angeles. His death sent shockwaves through the nation, leaving fans, celebrities, and local leaders reeling. Nipsey was more than just a musician. He was a pillar of his community, pouring his heart into revitalizing South LA. His efforts went beyond music. He invested in local businesses, promoted education, and worked to improve public health. His murder not only devastated those who knew him, but ignited a powerful conversation about the legacy of violence, community impact, and what it means to uplift urban America. Juice WRLD, a young rap phenom who seamlessly fused hip-hop with rock, tragically passed away on December 8, 2019, at just 21 years old. After suffering a seizure at Chicago's Midway International Airport, it was later revealed that an accidental overdose of oxycodone and codeine had claimed his life. Juice WRLD's lyrics spoke openly about mental health struggles, addiction, and heartache, creating a deep connection with fans across the globe. His untimely death shone a harsh spotlight on the ongoing issues of substance abuse and mental health in the music industry, sparking a wider dialogue about the pressures artists face behind the scenes. Young Dolph, known for his fierce independence in the music world and his dedication to philanthropy, was gunned down on November 17, 2021, in his hometown of Memphis, Tennessee, while simply buying cookies at a local bakery. The news of his murder shook the hip-hop world and reignited conversations about the violent undercurrents many artists face. Dolph wasn't just a rapper, he was a beacon of hope in his community, giving back through charitable efforts and supporting local businesses as an entrepreneur. His tragic death left fans mourning the loss of an artist who had given so much and raised urgent questions about the cycle of violence that continues to plague communities in the music industry. Pop Smoke, an electrifying talent who had become a dominant force in the drill music scene, had his life stolen on February 19, 2020, during a home invasion in Hollywood Hills, California. At only 20 years old, His murder rocked the music world, bringing to light the vulnerabilities that even rising stars face. Pop Smoke's unique voice and raw energy in his music captivated audiences, and in the wake of his death, his fan base only grew, cementing his legacy. His passing fueled ongoing discussions about the safety and security of high-profile artists and the unrelenting violence that seems to follow so many in the hip-hop community. Mac Miller, a beloved figure in the music world, tragically passed away on September 7, 2018, at the age of just 26. His death, caused by an accidental overdose involving fentanyl, cocaine, and alcohol, left fans and fellow artists heartbroken. Known for his introspective lyrics and his ability to seamlessly shift between musical styles, Mac was celebrated for his openness about his personal struggles, particularly with mental health and substance abuse. His honesty resonated deeply with listeners, many of whom saw themselves in his candid reflections on life's challenges. In the wake of his death, conversations about addiction and mental health surged, as fans and communities across the globe paid tribute to the artist who had touched so many lives with his raw vulnerability. PNB Rock, the Philadelphia rapper who masterfully blended R&B with hip-hop, was senselessly killed on September 12, 2022. He was shot during a robbery at a Los Angeles restaurant while dining with his girlfriend, targeted for the jewelry he was wearing. The incident served as a harsh reminder of the dangers public figures face when displaying wealth in vulnerable situations. PNB Rock's death sent shockwaves through the music community, prompting urgent discussions about the safety of artists and the perils that come with fame. His music, known for its emotional depth and infectious melodies, made a lasting impression on fans, leaving behind a legacy of artistry that will not be forgotten. XXXTentacion, one of the most influential and controversial rappers of his generation, was gunned down on June 18, 2018, during a robbery at a motorcycle dealership in Deerfield Beach, Florida. He was only 20 years old. His death sparked an outpouring of grief from his dedicated fan base, but also reignited debates surrounding his troubled legacy. Despite his history of legal issues and allegations of violence, XXXTentacion's music struck a chord with millions, often exploring themes of depression, vulnerability, and pain. His sudden and violent death shocked the world, adding his name to the growing list of young artists lost too soon and sparking conversations about youth culture, violence, and the pressures of fame in the hip-hop industry. Julio Fulio, born Charles Jones, met a tragic and untimely end while celebrating his 26th birthday in Tampa. The rising rapper, known for his sharp lyrics and growing influence in the rap scene, was ambushed in the parking lot of a Holiday Inn, where he had relocated after leaving an Airbnb due to occupancy issues. Surveillance footage released on July 3rd showed a masked man approaching Fulio's car in what appeared to be a calculated attack. Louis Fusco, Jones's attorney, confirmed the details of the harrowing incident, stating that Fulio was ambushed in the parking lot, a tragic turn of events that cut short a promising career. Mr. Jones had been in Tampa to celebrate his birthday over the weekend, Fusco explained, detailing how the rapper's weekend of celebration ended in devastation. Law enforcement reports indicate that after being asked to leave the Airbnb, Jones moved to the Holiday Inn, where the fatal ambush occurred. His death has left fans and the music community in shock, mourning the loss of yet another young artist whose life was taken far too soon. Rich Homie Quan is yet another name added to the heartbreaking list of artists we've lost too soon. It's tragic, it's dangerous, and it's happening far too often. What's even more devastating is that this cycle of violence and loss is starting to feel almost normal. A grim reality that seems to go hand in hand with the rap world. When did it stop being about the music and start revolving around violence, drugs, and the constant threat of tragedy? I don't know exactly when that shift happened, but one thing is clear: something needs to change. Rich Homie Quan wasn't just an artist. He was a son, a father, and a voice that spoke to a generation. His music brought people together, but now his loss brings a painful reminder of the dangers many artists face. Were you a fan of Rich? Share your thoughts, memories, and prayers in the comments below. Let's honor his legacy by remembering the music that made him a legend. Rest in peace, Rich Homie Quan.